The economy still has a lot of people struggling to pay their bills, and many who have fallen behind find themselves dealing with debt collection agencies.
But some say those companies are collecting nothing but trouble, and they're fighting back. And News Edge anchor Tom Haynes is here now with his special report. Tom?
Russ and Amanda, some of the calls people get are rude, they're unprofessional, and they're illegal. And according to the FTC, the number of these kind of calls has gone up dramatically. For one family, it wasn't rudeness necessarily, but embarrassment to friends and family about their personal financial situation that finally made them break.
Hi there.
Deborah and Douglas Kerr never thought they had nosy neighbors, so when one of them came over saying she knew all about their delinquent debt, they were shocked.
She says, this lady called me today, and she said that you were in big trouble.
It was a debt collection agency. Some of their calls are unmistakable.
Go back to Africa or something.
In this one, the F word was used 21 times in less than a minute.
Just because you owe money doesn't give somebody the right to abuse you.
Atlanta attorney Steve Koval says the Kerrs didn't get abusive calls, but by asking a third party to relay a message, a debt collector broke the law.
Thank you. I panicked. I didn't know what was going on.
One of those third parties, the Kerrs' own son.
What did she want you to do?
She said that if I cared about my parents, or in particular my mom, that I would give them the message and tell them to call immediately.
A debt collector has a right to try to collect an overdue bill, but they have to follow certain legal guidelines. They can't call a third party and disclose information about your debt. They can't call you at work if you ask them not to. They can't contact your employer, and they cannot be abusive on the phone. No dirty language.
Get your mother up and go pick some cotton field.
John Bedard represents debt collectors who get sued and says most get a bad rap and play by the rules.
Overwhelmingly, most debt collectors comply with the law. They are very respectful, and they don't deserve the bad reputation that they sometimes get.
This is the United States Bankruptcy Court.
This is Chase.
A reputation that's hard to shake after hearing stories like the Kerrs.
No problem.
Deborah says after her 90-year-old mother got a call from a debt collector in connection with her case, she had enough.
So you felt so vulnerable and so threatened and so overwhelmed that what did you wind up doing?
Filing bankruptcy.
Something Steve Koval says doesn't have to happen.
There is nothing illegal about debt collection per se, but when you don't follow the law and you violate the law, then consumers have the right to do something about that.
We should note the Kerrs said they're doing everything possible to get their financial life in order and wanted to work with these debt collection companies, but that things simply got out of hand. Their attorney says not all cases are court-worthy, but if you feel like you're being victimized, you should know the law and your rights. Russ.
Yeah, it's an absolute outrage that a debt collector would call somebody's 90-year-old mother.
Right.
And it makes you wonder whether people know they have rights and that there are laws out there to protect them.
Well, like I said, the Kerrs felt overwhelmed. They finally decided, you know what, we've had enough. We have to declare bankruptcy. But there is information. This law has been on the books since the 1970s, and the FTC has all kinds of information on how to protect yourself. They've published booklets and so forth. What we've done is we've posted a link to our website so that if anyone has any questions, they can link to that, and it will answer, hopefully, most of them so that they, too, won't be a victim.
And don't have to be intimidated.
Indeed.
Tom, thanks very much.